like an ensnare into a centaur stun or some kind of 2-creep combo with some good kill potential.
Well, they are going to make a bit of a go here onto Dogfights here leading in. They will find him with the root. Dogfights being brought down low. Tries to back himself away, but with the vision from the bug and the final touch coming through from the CM, Raven is able to pick up first blood.
At a cost, which is the Slark getting some farm and XP.
Do you think we're going to see anyone come ahead on this top lane? One that we're not yet to really talk about this one, but yeah, mid lane, Cuckoo. He's diving, he's playing very aggressive here, but the card just turns, so with Dogfights TPing in with a Fade Bolt, they'll finish him off there. Cuckoo maybe
top lane meanwhile,
overestimate the hero, and indeed they'll make a go at the same time onto the Starladder. Samh gets the crush off.
Another purge.
I mean, that shield was doing a lot of work, but it's not quite enough. IGV take a kill up there as well.
Yeah, as you're asking who's going to come out on the flank kill.
They look TNC, they want to go aggressive in return. Paparazzi kind of pounds himself away. Tim's looking for the easier kill, rolls across onto Dogfights. They're hanging around for a long time here, deep behind the tower. They do get the Rubik. Paparazzi as well has to be careful. I mean, there's no backup coming through as the other lanes where IGV have been putting the pressure on. Paparazzi should be fine here. I mean, TNC, can they actually dive this? And it looks like they're still eyeing it up.
Once he kills the Swarm Beetle, it gets very difficult. You lose that vision tracking, and you also lose that minus armor. So the fact they don't commit with the Swarm makes me, it kind of leads to them not wanting to go too aggressive. Lurked around this mid lane, looking at Timbersaw as the next most likely kill. Bottom lane is just like the low percentage play right now for IGV. They're better off giving Paparazzi a solo lane to try and get level 6. Problem is, he can't get his level 6, he keeps getting died.
Absolutely, and he's almost certainly going to get taken down again. TNC is putting in a lot of hate for this Slark in this early game.
Yeah, the game... Slark come back in. The Rubik TPing as well. This suggests they want to defend Centaur. Let's say Centaur's the key hero they need. The Stampede, full stop. Can they get Raven here?
They try and go in here. We're going to have a bit of a clash on the bottom lane. TP's coming through and a beautiful reaction from ITV.
Great bait. And the key thing is there, they TP before the dive happens. You can't react to that aggressive Shikuchi and roll in from Earth Spirit with a TP. You have to be there in advance. The two with that Centaur. Sakate in trouble here.
Would be a very nice kill to get as well. He's second highest on the net worth, top at the moment for IGV, but again, Stamping back off cooldown. He gets himself out. Now, they're trying to see if they can catch the TNT in return. Sakata with the Maelstrom complete, actually. He's got a fair bit of punch. They need a bit more control. They've got the telekinesis onto Cuckoo. And again, this Timbersaw is very tanky at this moment. In fact, Cuckoo wants to fight. Comes in straight away, chopping down the Rubik. And with the help of Raven, they'll look to chase down more, looking towards Super. The Chakram, a little off the marker. He doesn't clip the Chen, so Chen's going to be fine. TNC turn their attention towards the counter instead, and that's the bigger kill. They'll take it. Doesn't manage to activate the shrine in time, and with that amount of armor reduction, probably wouldn't have been enough to save him anyway. Yeah. The TNC finding 2 kills and getting the big one that they wanted at the start, that lone druid.
For their team, and he does manage to finish it at top before getting caught out, because there was a rotation and still is a rotation headed his way.
I mean, as we said before, it's a hard kill to get, especially with Stampede at the ready again. They need a lot of chain control. Yeah,
oh, they see him though.
They will find him. They will be able to cancel it. He still has that Stampede, but with the root and the armor reduction, even a Centaur's going to melt. TNC do pick up the kill. But as you said, good news for the Centaur that he was able to purchase that blink before going down.
Yeah.
But Paparazzi going for that Shadow Blade before finishing off the Achilles, just having that casual Sage's Mask for that little bit of mana regen he needs to allow him to maintain the ability to duck and dive out of these fights. Bit of a jump in here. Immediately bursting down Cuckoo. IG start to the fight here. Can they get themselves anything more? That's the question. Chase down Rio and Raven. Raven a little bit too slippy. You can see the 4 of them are here. And coming in with a Who's Not, but it's a little slow. Holds onto it. Doesn't manage to catch anyone. They'll turn around. Try going on Dogfight. They do take it. Haven't got not enough to save the Rubik. TNC able to bite back a little bit. Here comes Paparazzi turning up. Turns his focus towards the field. Takes down Rio on the CM. Roll forward for Tibbs. Great boulder smash onto 2. The silence as well. Beautiful Spirit play there. Setting up for Raven to pick up a triple kill. In July, will he make it? Tim's, he pulled a cracker. He nearly pulled the whole box of them, but he missed that boulder smash at the end.
Yeah. Had to take a gamble there with the guess on that last boulder smash. Raven wants to diversify his damage upward, get a bit of magic damage in there, and later on that Mjolnir can also be a strong item.
Mid lane, Cicada's going to get jumped on here by Sam H. The follow through damage is going to be enough, pulling low. They'll try and get him out of the stamping, and they will. The turnaround there from IGV. They come in with a Houston. TNC ready to go, and it's in the middle of it all. They've lost two though, TNC. Paparazzi picking up anything more here. Raven and Kuku trying to finish off the bear. They aren't quite able to get it.
Oh, that Lone Druid survives as well. What a turnaround from IGV, somehow keeping him alive. They do lose their Slark in the process, so end result is a support in an offlane for a carry. TNC still feeling confident that they can hold their own and take a fight.
They've got enough control to bring him down. Doesn't look like they have. Kuku ready to turn around, throws the bugs back in. Great magnetize from Tim's onto all four. Got the follow through, drops another rock in the base. Super falling down low. We'll just keep them away here. Push IGV back up to the high ground.
I wouldn't stay around too much longer. IGV just shined up and slapped them.
Cover again onto Kuku. We put the timber chain, but IGV they are chasing. Look at the telekinesis. There's the wrap-up for Paparazzi. In fact, he just jumped straight in onto the timber. Kuku's out. With the telekinesis onto Rio. Ready to go for more here. Paparazzi shadow dancing. Turns his attention away from the CM, and in fact, Raven is able to get into the backline. Takes down the Rubik. There we have Paparazzi jumping back in onto Rio. Takes down CM. Now looking for more. Stampede up again. As they back away from Raven. Not too scared of tackling that Weaver. And IGV trying to do their best to get TNC away from this mid lane.
Very long drawn out fight.
Yeah, TNC though, remaining strong in this position.
They'll have the fast respawn on Kuku with his Bloodstone. That's good and bad news. It means he's lost those charges early. We'll have to look to rebuild them back up, but it does mean it secures them this tier 2 tower. So it allows them to maintain this pressure and fighting style that TNC loves to play while they've got an Aegis. Good position to be in those trees, so Tim's well played with him. Having the Blink Dagger very early. This is a very high impact item, and they're keeping in now the fight.
Well, they're backing off some of them on the side of IGB. Can TNC actually catch anyone? That's the question.
Good Starladder, they want to. Oh, Tim.
With the boulder smash, finding the big kickoff off the back of that defense.
I think it was a blind boulder smash as well. I don't think he even had
it looks to be as well, yeah.
It's a predictive play from him. Missed the one up top, but he'll land that one, and a big kill on the Lone Druid. He's only level 15. This is not the most farmed or leveled Lone Druid. He's number 5 on net worth. His Centaur's out farming him. Yeah, this is not been the easiest game for Lone Druid, and we're kind of seeing a team finally draft around the Lone Druid field.
I mean, he's setting up kill after kill. The catch outs for Rubik.
Reason Winter hyped this guy up as one of the best SDH support players, perhaps the best after DJ in that 4 position role.
A reason why they picked that Earth Spirit up first if they're allowed to.
Oh, they've got another.
The momentum that TNC have found there, it's going to be very hard for IGV to stop. Fortification will come out in the mid lane. TNC hammering into the tier 3. IGV needs to pull together some sort of a defense. They'll jump in with a Houston. Paparazzi trying to focus Raven. Raven pulling down low, but he has the time lapse. He's going to be fine, gets himself out. Paparazzi got the BKB for that one.
Haven't really done much damage with the BKB or picked up any essence shift charges, so...
So you have this Aegis, they've got to try and fight beforehand. The TNC are ready. They're on the high ground. You know what IGV's up to. Kim goes in with the boulders back, catches out two there. And then down is the Kuku, rips through one of the best down. Kuku's ready to take for more. Kim to get in the middle, hits a multi-man magnetize. Paparazzi turns towards Rio. He can't quite finish the kill. Kuku comes in, protects the CM and brings down Paparazzi.
Oh dear.
And TNC are just pulling together some beautiful team play.
Now, looks like they're going to go for mid lane, ignoring the Roche for now.
They want to force out that slot.
Yeah, they'd love to. Slark will have BKB. He didn't have it up in that fight, which was perhaps the biggest downside to that smoke for IGV. And there's the buyback. TNC can back off and secure Roche now. And for IGV, you're going to be thinking, how do we stop that Roche from going down? It's not going to necessarily be a free, easy Roche for TNC. They're going to have to set up, get some good position, use their wards, because IGV losing this Roche could just be losing this game.
Big win there for TNC, getting a good strong lead against IGV. 6k difference between Raven and Paparazzi at the moment. IGV, they're going to try and do something about this Roche. They jump in with the Centaur, they take it towards Raven from the start, and they've brought one down. Again, boulder smash for Tim. ruining the fight by the looks of it for IGV. Ravens come in, taken down 2, and they're not done yet. Cuckoo blinking forward, looking for Cicada. Stampede will be popped. Got the Shrine as well, but Tim still on the hunt. Position. Oh, finally goes down, but not before allowing them to get the lone Druid kill. TNC again coming out of top in terms of numbers, and they will be able to get into Roshan, pick up the Aegis, and IGV just struggling to slow down this time.
Yeah, TNC just well positioned there. They only really have the Weaver in the pit, slowly killing Roshan, and they know that IGV are likely going to come. But the big thing is there, don't keep killing Roshan when they come, just turn and...
Just strong position. Indeed just clearing out the way bottom. IGV, they need some sort of catch or pick off to allow them to start to have a chance of breaking apart this lineup of TNC. Raven, he just turns it towards Bear, rips it to BSW, jumps in. Injured Light trying to find the back line of who stomps, and they've found one. They have brought down the Starladder. Telling these shots to Raven, he's out. Aegis pop. And Injured Light, Blue Stomp onto the Timber Saw. Come out with the Hand of God, Paparazzi bounces away, keeps himself alive with another Shrine. Nice actually managed to hold it. And in fact, they chase down more. Cuckoo comes back across. Even Dogfights trying to look to set something up potentially. IGV really want to find more. Who's strong double? They found another. Paparazzi now with the Shadow Dog. Freezing Field coming out from beyond the sideline. See him, can't quite get it out. Raven though, he picked up one. Now he picks up a second, takes down the 2 backline supports of IGV. He may not be done yet. Will time lapse and look to get himself out of that. But still, IGV, they are staying on top in terms of numbers.
Level 18 or something up there. Loses a gem. That's a pretty big gold swing at this stage of the game. It's still a even-ish game with the racks not being claimed just yet for TNC.
Tower is under attack.
Cuckoo trying to put a bit of split push pressure down on the bottom. Does have Aghanim's complete.
Yeah, so the longer the game goes, it does get better for IGV if they can keep picking up items. If they keep getting killed like this, they sure as hell will. The actual Centaur.
TNC is still trying to fight. Jump in. The crush. Hancock comes out. Paparazzi pops Canada. Leads the focus towards the Starladder. Tims comes in with the silence. BKB caught by Paparazzi. The high down. Has to be careful. BKB and Canada's going to be off cooldown in a fantastic boulder smash. Will set up for the kill. And he did go all in on the purchase. So ITV 3 down, and they don't have buybacks here, gods. This could be pretty painful for a team that was starting to claw their way back in.
Yeah, they really were, and they just got a bit too overzealous there, chasing down, knowing that they'd taken the gem and had the Earth Spirit dead. They wanted to keep on fighting, but Tims respawns decently fast and just comes back in and says, hello.
Radiant's middle barracks
Slark
are
dead
under
for
attack.
60. That is a tough respawn. Has to stomach right now, considering you don't have those buybacks, and at least one lane of racks is going to be claimed. If they want to press their HQ, they definitely can get more. They don't know the buyback status, but they may be able to speculate based on that recent Echo Saber pickup.
Radiant's middle barracks are under
TNC
attack.
did have that few minutes of struggling to actually seize the base, but getting those pickoffs outside has just opened up absolutely massive areas of it to be taken down. 2 sets of racks out.
The third, they've still got 20 seconds. No Slark, the Centaur respawn's a little bit worrying, but no Slark has recent enough to go for at least a tier 3 tower.
They're sticking around. TNC, they know that they could go for this.
Weaver's got a butterfly, so he's got even more agi, more camps to go his way. He's faster.
July. Getting onto the Weaver. Still a little bit of time before they have the Slark back out. Kind of getting to come back on in return. Getting started to run the damage from greatness. Too much. Lone Druid out for 30 seconds. TNC still seen around, turning towards Paparazzi.
Timber just creating space so that Raven can get the rack.
July in again with a new stomp. Catches out Raven, but looking for a Cuckoo in return allows him to pop the Centaur. Shot racks are falling. There'll be a buyback for Centaur Warrunner, but TNC have already done the damage that they needed to the base. Cuckoo lifted up here by the telekinesis. Paparazzi tries to come in for a bit of a chip. Damage at the moment for the Slug, not too much. He needs to build up those essence shift stats. At TNC, they're building up their kills as they take the Centaur down. It's a dieback on Centaur. GG scored. TNC, 37 minutes in, take game 1. rather convincingly dodged it out of there. At that one point where ITV started to climb back in, but at the end of it, TNC were just miles ahead.
There was that one good high ground hold against the second agent where it felt like, okay, this is starting to get hopeful, but you could really see how perfectly IGV had to play, because all it took was one little misstep where I think it was the fact they were coming back in the game that gave them this sense of confidence, where it's like, oh, let's go fight, let's go take it to TNC. We just took a gem, we killed the Earth Spirit, and then they die. They're doing buybacks. They're kind of in a position where they can't afford to have buybacks because they were so item starved. Like Centaur couldn't finish his Zag, Slark couldn't finish any items. So they're using every bit of money they can to buy items, and when you're in that position, all it takes is one mistake, a hero dies, doesn't have buyback, and suddenly game ends. So